of them right there in one sitting. I guess 9 years ago. Man, time flies. But yeah, that is a powerful speech. I wish it was shot better video. We just ended up getting the feed from the city council. But people thought that was a scripted speech, too. That's when I really connect and get passionate sometimes. Also, my speech to the Bilderberg. I've had film crews go, we know that's scripted. We know that's not a real speech. And I'm like, no, that's what came out of me. And those are two speeches I'm really proud of where I really connected and didn't hold back. I appreciate you calling in and bringing that up. Yeah, it's Alex Jones, Real American Hero, I guess you're saying is the name of what somebody called that when they reposted it on YouTube. The whole Matrix of Evil is on YouTube for free. Again, you can get all of my films, 18 of them, plus Jason Burmis's great film, Invisible Empire, our latest full-length feature we've produced that exposes the world government program. All of those for $99.95, 99 smackers. That'd normally be $380. Some of those films cost me over $150,000 to produce. In fact, Burmis's did. And I don't even really make my money back at that level. I mean, I usually don't even say you buy my DVDs now. I just say they're free online or see them in quality at prisonplanet.tv. But that's how we can do this in the future, is you supporting us. All right, I'll go to your calls in a minute, but I've got to get to this news now before I run out of time. In fact, we can put this up on screen for folks. If you go to Infowars.com, here is some of the news that we've got up there right now that has just broken in the last 2.5 hours since I got on air. Nanny state, walking is dangerous. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Also, throat got dry, excuse me. New film exposes the blueprint of madness unleashed by the New World Order. Ron Paul confronts Bernanke. Do you buy your own groceries? Professor says prevent interspecies genocide, reduce current human numbers. They're constantly coming out. You know, people yesterday, we had an article linking to the big journal of bioethics, a big global group that sets the policies for the hospitals. You thought it was illegal to kill a child or kill an old person, even when they're not brain dead? Well, no, they have policies now. They say the death panels are the new policy, so it's okay. Of course, it's still illegal, but it's a policy. So they tell the cops that, and the cops are like, oh, okay. The big group advising the American Medical Association came out in the white paper and said, kill children up to the age of 3 if the state decides, even if they're not handicapped. Now it's not just kill handicapped folks, which is, of course, wrong, or kill babies because you're saying they're not humans. The logical extension is to say kill people up to age 3 and kill old people, as Bill Gates has said. We've played that clip. People in the YouTube yesterday video where I talked about that, and people in our article that got hundreds, like 400 comments, were saying it was satire and that the professors weren't serious and that the Journal of Bioethics wasn't serious and that I was a fearmonger. Because, see, people are like, kill children up to age 3 who are even healthy. Well, this just can't be true. Alex Jones is bad. And you know what? I don't blame you. That's so over the top, what they're doing openly. You'd have to admit I was right about all this. I mean, this isn't just some, the big global journal of bioethics. And so you're just going to say, I'm a liar. Or, oh, it's in the big journal and it's adopted by the American Medical Association. They say they follow this as their handbook. But they're joking in this white paper. No, they're not. I could list you hundreds of papers you can pull up of heads of major university departments. Peter Singer's the one who says kill kids up to 3. This latest journal is just repeating what he puts out. Okay? But people are saying that it can't be true. And I understand why. Just like when I said NDAA, we were the first to put articles out about it. When we saw the legislation, listeners pointed it out to us. Paul Watson wrote articles saying NDAA allows secret arrest and imprisonment of citizens and killing. And for about 2 weeks, the media said it was a hoax and I was a liar. And I had people calling up saying, I'm done with you. Obama says it doesn't affect citizens, plus he's going to veto it. Now they all admit it affects citizens and say they've got the power to do it. But I'm still wrong. See, I'm still bad. So they're not saying kill kids up to 3. And I guess Bill Gates doesn't say get rid of grandma and hire 10 teachers. I mean, I could play you the clip. I was on Mancow this morning, and he knew enough about it to suddenly play the clip when I mentioned it. You can just type in Bill Gates on death panels. You know, Time Magazine, or was it Newsweek, cover the case for killing Granny with an image of a woman being unplugged. But you know what? Instead of, that's like when the urban warfare ships landed in 1999 and openly trained to take your guns and take over Oakland and San Francisco and take your guns. And they admitted it was for America. And people saw that video and they said he hired that ship and he hired those Marines, and even when it went on Google video about 8-9 years ago, and back then it was all pixelated and stuff because it was low res, people saw a little pixelation and stuff and said, oh, it's CG. The Marines didn't land in Oakland. They didn't go look it up in the newspapers and find out that was a real thing that happened. They just said it's CG, Alex is lying. You know, he's got thousands of troops hired and it's all fake. So, you know what, they're not saying kill kids up to 3 who are even healthy. They're not saying kill Granny. They're not trained to take our guns. They're not trained to use the military against us. They're not doing any of this. I'm a dirty liar. I'm a dirty piece of garbage, okay? I'm the bad guy. They're publishing a killer flu that kills over 85 to 90+% of people that come in contact with it, that now bridges the gap from the birds to humans, and I am the bad guy for being worried about that. And they're releasing how to build it to the public. I'm the bad guy. And if they release it and a billion people die, I'll still be the bad guy. Okay, I'm the bad man. I take the blame. I'm evil. I'm bad. I'm bad. I'll just beat myself in the head. I'm sorry that I'm right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? I'm real sorry. I'm real sorry cancer rate's up over 2,000% in the last decade. And diabetes and everything else. I'm sorry, okay? The elite are nice. They love us. They want to kiss us on the cheek all day and play patty cake with us, all right? You people make me want to throw up. I hope those are just ignoramuses, though. Because if those are actual COINTELPRO and actual paid sock puppets that they admit they have on the web, coming on the site saying I'm lying about them wanting to kill kids up to age 3 when I'm linked to all of it, you people that work for the government and the corporations you are now citing to kill little kids. Man, you people make me want to throw up. And of course, when it gets more mainstream and they actually start killing kids, you'll be like, well, that's reasonable. Because the state says they're not a human. The state says they're not conscious yet up to age 3. My kids were conscious when they came out of the womb. At 2 years old, they had electricity in their eyes. My daughter, my firstborn daughter, my son's firstborn, but the first daughter, I have 2 daughters. This happened to an extent with the other 2, but with her, when they held her up and her eyes, man, were just on electric with consciousness looking at me, and I said, whoa, this one is going to be wild. And you've all experienced it, and you're going to tell me you're going to kill them. You're a bunch of scum. And those of you that serve this and are in denial, you're going to bring down all the hell that we're about to face. I hope we can still avert it. But those of you that attack those of us trying to warn people are just have no idea the danger you're in. You have no idea how serious this tyranny is. And I'm here risking my life trying to warn people, and I'm sick of people living in denial. Let's go to this short clip of Ron Paul. The full clip's up at Infowars.com. Big story by Steve Watson. Ron Paul confronts Bernanke. Do you buy your own groceries? To show how disconnected from reality these globalists are, telling us there's no inflation. Here it is.
Dr. Paul? Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Bernanke, if you don't mind, would you tell me whether or not you do your own shopping at the grocery store? Yes, I do. Okay, so you're aware of the prices. But, you know, this argument that the prices are going up about 2%, nobody believes it. You know, and the old CPI says prices are going up at 9%. So they believe this. And people on fixed incomes, they're really hurting. The middle class is really hurting because their inflation rate is very much higher than the government tries to tell them. And that's why they lose trust in government. But, you know, this whole idea about prices and debasement of currency, if you loan me $100 and in 2 years from now I gave you 90 back, you'd be pretty upset. But we hand back money back that's worth 10 or 15 or 20% less, and nobody seems to be able to do anything about it. It's very upsetting. But it's theft. If I don't give you your full $100 back, if you loan me $100, I'm stealing $10 from you. So somebody's stealing wealth, and this is very upsetting. But you know, in January at one of your press conferences, you said that you sort of poked a little bit of fun at people to downplay say the 2% inflation rate. But if you say it's 2 and I say it's 9, it's compromised for the sake of argument that it's 5%. That you said that if it doesn't hurt you unless you're one of those people who stick the money in the mattress. But where are you going to put it?
All right, the full clip, there's a lot more. It's up at Infowars.com, but that's why we love Ron Paul. What a good, gentlemanly person, actually trying to expose the fraud of that big, fat mafia crook, Ben Bernanke, who lied there. I'll guarantee you that slime bag isn't buying his own groceries. We'll be right back on the other side of this quick break and jam in a few more news stories and then try to finish up with your calls. I haven't gotten to the nanny state yet. Want to ban walking.
You don't need me to tell you that humanity is in a deep crisis. Everyone.
Escape from the prison planet. Escape from the prison planet. That's what we're trying to do here. Let me blitz through some of the other news. Goodbye First Amendment. Trespass bill will make protest illegal. And the feds, the House of Representatives, has passed 388-3 as they circle the wagons against the American people. H.R. 347. And any federal parks, federal buildings, commons areas, now it's going to be trespassing to be on them. Let me tell you, I've been to D.C. and I've been to third world countries. Nowhere are you treated in the world like abject trash, like you are with a camera, including ladies with their kids. It wasn't just us. Washington Monument, videotaping it. Women with their kids, tourists. Security guards come over, get in your face. Cops come over, get in your face. Try to videotape the White House. Goons come over. I mean, this country is pathetic. Land of the free, home of the brave, give me a break. I love this nation. I want to get it back. But Washington is a group of crooks robbing us. And when you come there, you are being taught that you're trash. I mean, you want to experience it, go to D.C. and be prepared for the scum that works for this government to let you know you are the enemy. I mean, they act like the public, people with their kids, are the enemy. Well, you've seen the famous footage of people pull over by a police officer in a neighborhood because it happened to get caught on the squad car tape. And they said, "Oh, hi, officer, can you please tell us where this road is? We're lost." They just said, "That's it. Get over there. You're arrested. You don't ask me questions." Handcuffs, took them to jail. In D.C., even the Washington Times reported a few years ago, the police off-duty own their own wrecker companies and pull into McDonald's and other parking lots and take cars parked legally and demand up to $1,000 to get them back. In uniform, off-duty. And the police say, yeah, you're allowed to do that. The union runs everything. They're a total mafia. This is the way all of America is going. Just abject criminals and thugs, scum working for them who want you to know the gang raping is here. And go read it. Just you will not even stand. You're all going to jail. The parasites rule. You pay their salary, and that's it. So there you go. Again, we're going to premiere tonight my new 40-minute documentary, New World Order Blueprint of Madmen, showing the real threats. 19 signs that America has become a control freak, crazy control freak nation where almost everything is illegal. And, of course, we also have our video that breaks all of that down. That's up at Infowars.com. And here's just some of them. I should have read this earlier. One California town is actually considering making it illegal to smoke in your own backyard. Louisiana, a church was recently ordered to stop giving out water because it did not have a permit to do so. Number 3, in the United States, it is illegal to operate a train that does not have a F painted on the front. Apparently, without the F, we all might not know where the front of the train is. Number 4, in many U.S. states, it is now illegal to collect rainwater that falls from the sky on your own property. Number 5, in America today, it's illegal to milk your own cow and sell the milk to your neighbor. Number 6, in Washington, D.C., it's illegal to not recycle cat litter, $1,000 fines. Number 7, it's illegal to give your tour of the monuments in D.C. without a license. Number 8, in the United States, it is illegal to sell natural cures for cancer, even if they work. Number 9, the state of Massachusetts, it's illegal to deface a milk carton. Number 10, in the state of Alabama, bear wrestling is completely illegal. In Fairbanks, Alaska, it's illegal to give alcoholic beverages to a moose. Number 12, in Lake Elmo, Minnesota, it's illegal to sell pumpkins or Christmas trees that are grown outside city limits. There's a federal law that makes it illegal to be annoying on the internet. We have links to all these. 14, I can't even get to it all. And then I have video of signs saying you can't walk on the boardwalk because people might trip. So now they've put little concrete paths you've got to walk on because old-fashioned boardwalks aren't safe.